Who is Mariana Mortágua? Mariana Mortágua is a Portuguese politician, economist, and a leader within the left-wing party Bloco de Esquerda, Left Bloc. She has often been vocal about international human rights, including the Israeli-Palestinian conflict. For instance, she has argued that Palestine has the right to self-determination, analogous to Ukraine, and has condemned actions she views as violations of international law. What is happening now? Her detention by Israel recently. Mariana Mortágua was part of a humanitarian flotilla, a convoy of ships, heading toward the Gaza Strip, aiming to deliver aid and draw attention to the humanitarian situation there. While the flotilla was en route, Israeli forces intercepted some of the vessels. During that operation, Mariana Mortágua, along with actress Sofia Aparicio and activist Miguel Duarte, were detained by Israeli forces. The Israeli military blocked the flotilla and approached several ships, ordering them to stop or change direction. In her last live video before detainment, Mortágua described the situation. She said her ship, named Adara, was being approached by Israeli vessels, that water cannons were used, and that the occupants were told to raise their hands. The Portuguese government, via diplomatic and consular channels, has been involved in monitoring the situation and providing support to their citizens detained. The Portuguese side has complained that the detentions are illegal and has demanded clarity and protection for the detainees. What's currently known: detention and conditions. Mariana Mortágua, actress Sofia Aparicio, activist Miguel Duarte, and a fourth Portuguese citizen have been detained by Israeli forces after their vessels in the global Sumud flotilla were intercepted. They were transferred to detention in Ashdod and later to a center in the Negev desert in southern Israel. The Portuguese Ministry of Foreign Affairs has confirmed they are safe and in good health, despite difficult and harsh arrival conditions. The detainees reportedly were without food and water for about 48 hours. They are being held in a cell with about 12 people. Legal, diplomatic status. They apparently signed declarations agreeing to be deported from Israel, i.e., they accepted leaving voluntarily rather than going through court proceedings. It's indicated they don't need to go to court and will leave soon, but no exact date has been given. Portuguese government response. The Portuguese president, Marcelo Rebelo de Sousa, confirmed that all consular support is being and will be provided, including from the embassy in Tel Aviv, especially given one detainee, Mortágua, is a holder of a public sovereign body. There has been criticism from political parties, including the Left Bloc, of which Mortágua is leader or coordinator, Livre, and PCP, that the government has been slow or not transparent enough. The government had, before the interception, urged the flotilla not to leave international waters, warning of serious risks. Statements by Mariana Mortágua. Before capture, she recorded a video in which she anticipated being detained, calling on people to push the Portuguese government to ensure release of all flotilla participants, not just Portuguese. After arrival in detention, through relatives, her sister Joana Mortágua, she communicated that while she is okay physically and psychologically, the treatment was harsh. Issues global Sumud flotilla. This is a humanitarian flotilla with dozens of vessels aiming to break the blockade of Gaza and deliver aid. Israel argues security concerns. Participants and many international actors see it as a civil humanitarian initiative. International maritime, human rights law questions. There are disputes around whether Israel's interception was lawful under international law when flotilla vessels are in international waters, and whether the detainees have rights to due process, humane treatment, and consular access. Political fallout in Portugal. The incident is causing domestic political debate about the role of activism, responsibility of the state to protect its citizens abroad, whether Mortágua's actions were responsible or risky, and what the government should do. Latest verified updates, current status and location: Mariana Mortágua, actress Sofia Aparicio. Activists Miguel Duarte and Diogo Chaves are detained by Israeli authorities after their flotilla vessel was intercepted. They have been transferred to Saharanim prison, located in the Negev desert in southern Israel. The Portuguese Foreign Ministry confirms they are well of health, despite difficult and harsh conditions, upon arrival at Ashdod port and in detention. They were reportedly held without food or water for about 48 hours during part of their detention. Diplomatic, legal measures. Portugal's ambassador and consul will visit the detained Portuguese nationals to assess their situation. The detained individuals were given a choice: either sign a declaration to accept voluntary deportation from Israel or remain and await judicial decision. The Portuguese government, including President Marcelo Rebelo de Sousa, has pledged full consular support and is in communication with the Israeli authorities. Portugal lodged a formal protest, Protesto Imediato, through its ambassador after complaints from the Portuguese detainees about conditions. Public and political reactions. There have been protests in Lisbon and elsewhere in Portugal demanding the release of the detainees and condemning Israel's blockade behavior. Domestic political debate is intense. Some support Mortágua's and the flotilla's action and call for stronger governmental intervention. Others raise concerns about the risks and legality. Deportation seems probable if the Portuguese detainees agree to it, especially since Israel has offered that as a faster way out in similar cases. If they reject voluntary deportation, a judicial process or immigration legal proceedings could follow. Continued diplomatic pressure from Portugal, EU or international bodies may influence or speed up their release or improve detention conditions. Media coverage and public demonstrations are likely to increase pressure.